Are you on the
Hey
sofa?
everyone! Why not? Let me be fun!
Sorry.
I can be fun! Welcome to our part 2 of our World Book Day reading vlog. So basically, we uploaded part 1 last night and we're like, yeah, we're going to finish the rest of the books before bed. Sean's just trying to destroy the entire setup that we've got going on here. We were like, yeah, let's finish. They're on the table if that's what you're looking for.
Oh, yeah.
We were like, let's finish the other 4 books before bed. And Sean's going to pass them to me. Before bed, we were going to try to finish Killjoy by Holly Jackson, Protect the Planet by Jess French, Planet Omar Operation Kind by Zainab Mian, and Football Stories. 20 Fantastic Football Stories by Alex Bellos and Ben Littleton. And we did not do that. I was tired and I went to bed. Happens, especially because vlog part 1 didn't go up until 11:30, which this also might go up around about the same time because we are filming this at 6:10. We still have to read Planet Omar Operation Kind, and we still have to finish this much of Killjoy. Half of that is also like an excerpt of Good Girls Guide to Murder. And we are going to my parents to eat fish and chips. So we currently have no babies. We've had a day off for the babies, which has been nice. As you will see, nice and quiet. We've been productive. As you will see in this vlog, we have also filmed our unboxing. So Sean will have Book Box Battle up tomorrow. So we've got that to contend with as well. Sean is waving. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy this vlog. It is not as full of reading as yesterday, but there is some driving in it and some unboxing in it. So that's exciting. If you want some sneak previews of what's going on in this month's Illumicrate and Owlcrate, hit that up. You'll be able to see the unboxing before we publish it, which is cool. But it'll be back tomorrow with like actual words and things. So yes,
6 o'clock.
At 6 o'clock, we will be back on our actual publishing schedule tomorrow. I'm sorry that this week has been so chaotic. We were like, it'll be fun. World Book Day, we'll do a video a day all week. And we did not realise that it was going to end up being this wild. But thank you for watching. If you missed part 1 of the vlog where we read the other 8 books of the World Book Day books, I will send you over there. And stay tuned to the end of this video because we'll be sharing our thoughts on all 12 books. We just need to finish these 2 first. But yes, thank you for tuning in.
And also we've mailed off the giveaway winner.
We've also mailed off to our giveaway winner, Michelle. So I hope that you enjoy Legend of War when it arrives, Michelle. Thank you for entering our competition. And yes, over to Alice, who is going to be doing some reading. And away from Alice, who is bouncing on the sofa. Woo! I can be fun.
Sophia? Where's our book? Are you trying to mail our book to the postie? Oh, thank you. On the way to the people. Wave to the bumblebees. On the way to Teddy.
Has she posted it?
She had not. I think she was possibly going to.
Oh no.
So
Hello.
We've just read.
We are just finishing off 20 Fantastic Football Stories by Alex Bellos and Ben Littleton. We've got a little bit left on this, and then we are going to start.
Planet
Well,
Omar.
we were planning on starting Planet Omar, but it has illustrations, and as you can see, we're in a car, so we can't start this right now. So it's time for Killjoy, which is the one I was most excited about reading, and it's the reason we've been putting it off until last, but it doesn't have to be last anymore. It has to come penultimately. And then we'll let you know how these two go. After we jump for a little
So,
bit.
what do you reckon? It's going to take me one or two takes trying to get out this.
Two
parking
takes.
space.
2 attempts. 2 attempts to get out of the parking space.
Rude.
Both babies are already asleep.
No, they're not.
Oh no, Ezra's staring at me. I couldn't see his little eyes.
Alright, this
But the Sophia is
crunch.
asleep. No, don't even joke. Don't even joke. You're not funny.
I'm.
You think you're funny, but you're not funny.
I am the absolute funniest. Should we run our neighbours over?
No, don't run our neighbours
Oh, it's
over.
going to be a crunch. Oh, almost a crunch.
Okay. There are people staring.
I know, right?
Crunch.
Alright, should we go on to time lapse?
Yeah, let's go on to time lapse.
Alright. Right, your lovely new box.
My lovely box. So, but it's an Illuma crate.
It says it has.
I
You
mean,
cover it all up?
It says Illuma crate.
Tell you that right there.
So, like, I don't know why it's in a weird box, but we'll find out when we film our unboxing as soon as we get home. Ready?
Yeah.
I love you.
Love you too.
Behind her, Pip heard Clara and Lauren bounding up the stairs. Were they heading to Reginald's study? Probably in there, whatever it was they were looking for. That's where it had been stolen from. She stood at the threshold and surveyed the room. Large corner sofa and an armchair where they normally lived. The dark screen and the TV against the far wall, and she had faced the ghost reflected back on it, hanging strangely in the
Don't get kidnapped.
I won't, hopefully.
Wait, deja vu. Did I just say that
You.
off the camera?
You're wonderful.
I'm not. I'm stupid.
You are.
Yeah. What? Wonderful or
What do you mean?
stupid?
Both. I love you.
I love you too.
Say bye bye.
See you in a sec.
Yeah.
Right, usual?
Yeah.
For everybody. Okay.
For everybody. Kids, remember the kids. The kids need food. So Sean has just gone to get takeaway. Mum's treat, which is going to be nice. And I thought I would share a little bit about how I'm feeling on our books. Specifically Killjoy, because I was so excited about this one. When they announced them all, this was the one I was super duper pumped for, because Holly Jackson has written A Good Girl's Guide to Murder and Good Girl Bad Blood, and this is a prequel to A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. So this gives you a bit of Pip's character before the events of book one, so you get to see why she decided to investigate the Andy and Sal Singh case, which is really cool. Really loving it so far. So it's like a murder mystery dinner, and Sean is right, it's giving me Arsenic for Tea vibes. It's kind of reminiscent of This I Will Kill You by Chelsea Pitcher, but I didn't like that one, so this is much more enjoyable. It's just really, really good. If you haven't tried Holly Jackson's writing yet, definitely recommend. Nice murder mysteries with like a twist. So the first book, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, Pip is writing, like, investigating crime and writing an extended project qualification alongside it. And in the second book, it's like podcast transcripts. So you get the murder mystery told in a really interesting way. And I thought it wouldn't be the same in a short story because there's obviously a lot less pages to work with. This altogether is 124 pages. So you get a lot less to work with. But because she's doing it, that it's a murder mystery dinner, you're getting like excerpts from the book throughout that they're using to play with. So like you start off and you get like your character and the other characters, like a little cast list. And it's just a really clever way of still telling this mystery in an unique and unusual way. So definitely enjoying that. There is a man staring at me. Why would I choose to vlog in the car? But yeah, so we haven't really updated much today because we were trying to read Protect the Planet and football stories. Protect the Planet, non-fiction, very educational. Football stories, non-fiction, very educational. Perfect for young ones. I think we ended up saying that we were going to give 5 stars to both of them because even though we're not huge fans of football, this teaches you a lot about football. So there were a few people I'd heard of. So there was like Cristiano Ronaldo is in here, Marcus Rashford's in here, but then there's people like, I think her name was Megan Rapinoe. Never heard of her, but she seems really, really interesting. So this is one that's good for both boys and girls because it also does focus on the history of women's football and on people who are playing in women's football today. So that's a really cool fact about it. I didn't expect that. And then Protect the Planet, non-fiction about protecting our planet. So that's always going to be a good thing. And it's not only like why it's important to protect the planet, but how you can go about doing it and what kind of steps you should take to change your carbon footprint and to do as much as you can. I thought a car was going to go straight into the side of us then. My heart is like, that was not fun. They just did like the widest 3-point turn I've ever experienced and they were like less than half a foot away. I think they're also picking up food because they've just like pulled up right proper close to the corner. Like this bit of Swindon is just a mess. But yeah, so that's what we've been reading today. Still got to try and finish Operation Kind later. Finish, start, read. Haven't even started it yet, as I mentioned earlier. But we will. And then we will hopefully share our thoughts on all of these at the end of the day. I'll probably be doing that from up in bed because we're going to pick the babies up and then they will be loud again. So loud. They are always so loud. But it means I'll probably film the end of this vlog upstairs and the end of our World Book Day celebrations. All I've really learnt from this is if you're planning on reading 12 books in a day, wake up earlier because we didn't start reading them until like 12:30 or 1 o'clock yesterday and that wasn't helpful. If you're planning on reading 12 books in a day, make sure that all of the books have arrived before you plan it because I didn't think that the other 4 were going to get here in time, so I thought it'd be really easy. So that's not grand. But yeah, we will. Oh, they're like getting in each other's cars. Ooh, okay, that's not socially distanced. The guy, like, oh, you can't see, and Sean's probably going to cut this out. But basically, there was a car pulled up on the right-hand side of the road, and then the car that nearly ploughed into the side of us and did its 3-point turn pulled up on the left-hand side of the road. So they're like directly opposite each other like this, with their hazards flashing. And the guy has just gotten out of the first car and gotten into the back seat of the second car, and their hazards are still flashing, and it just seems a bit dodgy. Swindon, loving it. Yeah, perfect time for us to stop for takeaway and for Sean to leave the car unlocked while I'm filming. So at least if I do get killed, we have video evidence unless they steal the phone. But also I'll just put the locks on the doors. Safety. Safety in numbers, even though I'm not filming this live. But yeah, books. Books and the threat of mortal peril. That's what you come to a vlog for. And bouncing on sofas. See, I can be fun. It's not just Sean that's the fun one, throwing our books on the bloody floor. What's all that about? Yeah, it's not just Sean that's the fun one. But yeah, we'll give you proper detailed thoughts. I mean, not literally detailed, like it's 12 books that all together probably add up to less than 1,000 pages. Not going to give you that much detail on them, but I'll talk a bit more about these and the other 8 later, and in a less dangerous environment with better lighting. It is really good. In it, bruv. In it. Just kind of want to sit in the car and eat our food and read, but we have to deliver food to the family. How disappointing.
We can't even see ourselves.
I can.
Yeah, I can't very well. Oh yeah, I can see myself.
You can. You're just like off to the side, mate.
What? Interesting. Like, I don't know. We're going to reread Drowned Pearl. Like, which is a better Lord Book Day mystery.
Oh, this?
Yeah. Definitely more.
I saw Drowned Pearl come in really, really quickly.
I don't remember it at all.
I remember it, and I remember seeing it coming really, really quickly.
I remember you said that when we read it.
Yeah.
See if there are any other mysteries.
It's still really good for like a short mystery though. Like, I'm not shitting on it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I saw it coming really easily, but then it is a middle grade mystery. Like, this is a YA mystery, so of course it's going to be a bit more to our tastes.
That's very true. Oh, you can definitely. So you can see us now if we. There we go.
Let's go eat our food before it gets cold.
No! Hello. It's now late.
Late.
The babies are asleep, which is cute. We're reading Killjoy, and we're about to unveil the murderer, but we don't actually know who the murderer is. Yeah, there's a twist on twist on twist.
No idea. I have nothing to go with at all.
This is why short stories are so good, because it just keeps you guessing and there's never too much information given away.
Yeah.
Right, we will hopefully, then we'll have one book after this.
Yep, and we're going to smash through it because it's got illustrations and it's piddly short.
Yeah. And hopefully this will be up before midnight because it's
like
past 10. Half past 10.
Oh, 10:30. This is much later than planned. Oops.
I love you.
I love you.
Yeah.
So that is the story of how we read 12 books in 2 days. Ezra has decided to fall asleep on me, so we are going to wrap this up laid down like this rather than sitting up on the sofa or up in bed like I thought we would be doing. So
horizontal wrap up.
yeah, so yesterday we read 8 books, and those included What the Ladybird Heard story play.
I'll turn those light and make it a bit brighter.
Okay, you kind of do that. I love you.
Yeah.
So we started off yesterday with the 4 picture books, and those included the What the Ladybird Heard story play by Julia Donaldson and Lydia Monks. This one is a 4-star, I think we decided.
It's 4.5.
4.5.
Probably would be easy to be a 5 if they could do more.
Yeah, but it's very cute because it's like it makes What the Ladybird Heard into a play. So there's all the different voices to do, and it's a lot of fun. And Ezra's already basically demolished the front cover on this one because he's very excited by it. So this is one that we're definitely going to be rereading. Then we've got There's a Wolf in Your Book by Tom Fletcher and Greg Abbott, and this is my favourite of the picture books, 100%. 5 stars. I think it's really, really clever. Oh no, puppy chops. That's because I put the blanket over you, isn't it? Oh, hello.
Are you talking about my books, Mummy?
Talk about my books without me. Oh, puppy chops. Okay, anyway. There's a Wolf in Your Book. It's really clever because it doesn't actually introduce a new character, but you think it's going to. So it works really well with the series. And it's a great bonus for people who already love this selection of books. But if you haven't read any of them, you aren't missing out. And if you are somebody who's read the bulk of the series and you don't get to read this one, you're still not missing out either. I think that's really, really clever. And I just love these ones because they're so interactive and they get the smallest ones and the biggest ones involved, and that's all we can really ask for. Sean has then moved my pile of books, so you're going to pass me the next one. We then got Gigantosaurus Dinospot by Johnny Doddle, and this one is really cute. This one's got a very fun ending, which I won't ruin for you, but lots of rhyming and lots of fun dinosaur related excitement, and it teaches you about some dinosaurs that you might not have heard of, like a Parasaurolophus, which I'd not heard of before. But we have a girl who loves dinosaurs, so
And
this was definitely a 5-star.
She has tried to make it into
She has been demolishing
tried to make this one to a half pipe. So you can see.
And then we've also got Luna Loves Wild Book Day, which is by Joseph Colo and Fiona Lumbers. And this one is just wonderful as well. There's a girl called Luna and she loves World Book Day. And as you can tell by this video, we love World Book Day. So this also gets a 5-star.
It's us, but smaller.
It's us, but smaller. Also, Elma. Elma's in that one, and Elma's adorable.
Yeah.
We've then got, I can't reach the rest because the boy has rolled over. Ezra's
1, 2,
strategically
3.
rolling over.
1, 2, 3.
So we got the other 4 books that we read yesterday. So
Yes,
if
that
you
was
did
this one.
miss yesterday's vlog, then check that out. The first book that we read was Skullduggery Present Apocalypse Kings by Derek Landy. And all I can say about this is it makes me want to read the Skullduggery Present series straight away. So it's definitely a good short story. If you haven't read Derek Landy before, I'd say it's a great place to start. The writing style is just really, really quick and easy, and it keeps you interested and entertained. And there's so much through this that like foreshadows other stuff that happens in the series, and I only know that because there's like a reference to the Faceless Ones, and we've got a book called The Faceless Ones.
Yeah,
so
and that's
it
quite
links to, I think that's like book 4 or 5.
I can't even see it. Yeah.
It's somewhere over there. The
Yeah.
L's are down the other end of the sofa. We're sat next to the J's. but yeah. So I think because it foreshadows some other stuff that's gone on in the series, it makes you really interested to see what these characters get up to. So I'm really glad that we picked this one up because I thought it was going to be hard to read this one without the context of the series.
Well, we're going to get the other one because he wrote another.
Oh, you wrote another one as well? Oh,
a
we'll
couple of
definitely
years
have
ago,
to do
one of
that
the
then.
red ones, the little
yeah.
red bits. On the...
We will definitely have to get that then. Yeah. Another 5-star. We also read yesterday Sky Steppers by Catherine Rundell. This was, if I'm honest, this was the one that I wasn't looking forward to because we read The Explorer by Catherine Rundell and I enjoyed it, but it was a little bit slow and I wondered...
It felt like 2 different books that had been smushed together.
It did. It felt like 2 different books that had been smushed together. It was quite... Like, the second half of the book was much more enjoyable than the first half, but there was just too much exposition and it moved very slowly. And I thought it was going to be the same with this short story, especially because this is the longest one out of all of them. But this was an absolute pleasure. There is a treasure hunt and there is a lot of discussion about belonging and what the meaning of family is and like where you can belong somewhere that's a bit kind of out of the ordinary. And it definitely makes me want to pick up Rooftopers. And I just love the Paris setting on this one as well. Like, I really like books set in France, but middle grade set in France isn't something that I've read before. And I like this one a lot. That one would be another another 5 stars, I think. I can't remember whether we said 5 or 4s for this. It could be a 5 now.
Yeah. I just realised it has it in the skullduggery.
Oh, it's got like
All the books.
it's got like the whole list, including like all the short stories and stuff, which is very cool. There's lots and lots going on in there.
Yeah.
Lots going on in the Skullduggery Pleasant series. Faceless Ones is book 3, so when I said 4 or 5, I was not far off. Considering I know nothing about this series apart from the first one is just called Skullduggery Pleasant, and that's the only one I own.
We have a couple of them signed.
And we have a couple, yeah, the later ones.
Yeah.
The next book that we read was The River Whale by Sita Brack-Macari. This is about a girl who is getting ready to take her diving exam, and she has a bit of a realistic dream about doing this diving and finding a river whale. And then the next day, there is a river whale found in the Thames, and she thinks her dream is coming true. This one's interesting because it's a mixture of verse and prose. So you get some bits that are told in like a prose style, but then there's bits that have like the art and the illustrations. The illustrations definitely added a lot to this story. Sean said he thought this was his favourite of the ones that we read yesterday. I think it was actually my least favourite of the ones we read yesterday.
I think the style's my favourite, but the story's a bit wishy-washy.
Okay.
So like, I really, really, really enjoyed it, but I didn't enjoy the story that much.
Okay, because I thought I enjoyed the story, but there's just something about the like switching between the styles that doesn't gel with me very well. But I thought that it was nice to see a book like this on the shortlist because it is a really different style, and for young people who might not have read verse before, this would be a great starting point. And I think it's nice to see where it's a bit more accessible, where it's a combination and it's not one or the other. And also super duper short, so this one's definitely one that you can fly through.
It's definitely better than that Patrick Ness Moby Dick.
Definitely better than the Patrick Ness Moby Dick one. And The Ocean Was Their Sky. Kind of similar at points.
Very similar concept.
Because, yeah, and especially with the illustrations as well. But yes, I think I'm giving this one a 4 star. 4 star. And then the last book that we read yesterday was Little Bad Man and the Radioactive Samosa by Hamza Arshad and Henry White. I found this one absolutely hilarious. I haven't read any of the other Little Bad Man books, but when you've got radioactive hamsters smashing down cities and superheroes, and it's just a lot of fun. Samosas. Love
such a good food
samosas.
group.
Yeah, I thought this one put a smile on my face, and this one made me chuckle quite a bit, and this one made Sean chuckle quite a bit as well, and that made me like it even more. So this one's definitely a 5 star, and we will be picking up the other Little Bad Man books. So this is another one I'm really glad that they chose to have on this list. And then we've got the books that we read today, of which I talked a bit about them in the car earlier.
Can you grab them?
I should not. I can feel them squeezing. I can feel them going everywhere.
Success, you
Right.
do have them.
So we've got Protect the Planet by Jess French. As I said in the cart, this is very educational. It teaches you not only what to do to help the planet, but also why you should think that that's a priority. So it's more like a toolkit. And it tackles an awful lot of things as well. Like, it's not only about like single-use plastics and greenhouse gases, but there's also like fast fashion and regifting and recycling, and I just think it's a very accessible way to teach young people about recycling and climate issues, and it's also appropriate for a wide range of readers. So some of the concepts, like obviously we have a good grasp on them because we're adults, but the way that they're explained scientifically but simplistically makes it very easy. So I think this will be a great one for little ones to read with their parents, especially as it could lead to some conversations of like, what can we do differently to help our planet? And that's great. And also like the way that this one is designed, all the bright colours and the bubbles, and it's just so easily digestible for non-fiction, and that's always a good time. The other non-fiction book that we read today was Football School, 20 Fantastic Football Stories, and this is by Alex Bellos and Ben Littleton. I will never remember those two names. I just always have to keep checking. And I actually really like this one as well. I think this one's a 5 star as well. Protect the Planet, 5 stars?
I can give it 4 stars.
4 stars? 4 stars because some of the bits, like where it's got the header and the bulk of the text is the same, it gets quite repetitive.
Yeah. It's a bit-
But that's just personal preference, really. But yeah, this one will be a 5 stars, even though I'm really not interested in football, because it's told in such an engaging way, and there's lots of little puns throughout, and there's lots of the ways that the stories are told is very engaging. It's also split into 4 sections, so you get a bit about footballers, you get a bit about teams, you get a bit about game changers who have like had a big impact on the way that the game is played. And you also get unbelievable tales as well, and that one's definitely my favourite section because there's some really funny stuff that you would never imagine could have happened to do with football. This probably isn't a series that I would carry on with unless one of the babies ends up being really into football, in which case I will be keeping this in mind. But I do think it's really great that even though it's a football book, it does appeal to both males and females. Whereas when I was growing up, football was very much just for boys, and any books like this would be just for boys. I like the fact that there is also a focus on the women's football and female soccer players throughout history, which is really, really cool.
People have grown up and asked little children what they're interested in, so
Yeah.
just assuming.
Exactly. Like, it makes me feel a bit sad because I always wanted to do football when I was younger, but it felt like I wasn't really allowed to. And I hope that the babies will have that choice, and a book like that might help them make that choice even more.
Yeah, I got kicked off the netball team when I was little because I was a guy, and then they're like, "Oh no, that's not allowed." It's like, "Oh,
so bad."
But I like this.
So bad.
Yeah. All right.
So the penultimate book that we read was Killjoy by Holly Jackson. This is my favourite out of all of them. I would give this 6 stars if I could.
Why not?
I think
Give
that
it 6.
I will give it 6. Holly Jackson is just superb. If you haven't read her other books yet, read them because she is quickly becoming one of my favourite authors. I try not to say that until I've read outside of someone's series, because I think if you've got like a set of characters and a setting that is very, very good, it makes it a bit easier. But I think this is her this is the 3rd book of hers that I've read. The 3rd book in the Good Girls Guide to Murder series is coming out in July. It's coming out a bit later in the year. And then she's got another book that she's been signed for, but it hasn't been announced what that's going to be yet. But it's not going to be another Good Girls Guide to Murder book, so I'm really looking forward to that being released. But this has definitely tided me over until As Good as Dead comes out, because she's just got such a brilliant way of writing unique and interesting mysteries. And the twists in this one, I think, are really, really clever. Like, you think it's gone one way and then it goes another way, and it just... She's too smart for me. I will admit, I did have an inkling towards what might have been happening in this one, and then Pip and I ended up kind of going in the same direction, which was quite fun.
It very much sounds like something I would do. Like, something goes wrong, and you're like, "That's definitely how it works." And I'm like, "That's the sort of thing that I would do."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, this thing, I can clearly see this as the issue."
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely think this is my favourite out of all of them. And I do love the fact that, like, obviously this is for older readers. Like, there are F-bombs in this. There are, like, mildly sexual jokes in this. And it's good because World Book Day isn't just for really young people. This is why there are picture books. This is why there are YA books. This is why there's a range. And it just kind of hammers that home that, like, this isn't just for young people. It is okay for older people to be excited about World Book Day as well.
Also, you don't have to buy all the books.
You don't have to buy all the books.
You could just buy one.
It's like a little intro.
No, I mean,
as well.
you could just buy one book from World Book Day. You
Oh,
don't
I
have to
thought you meant like
buy
one
all
for the
12.
series. You don't have to buy all 12. We just wanted to support the authors and do like a little fun showcase of the titles, which I hope you have enjoyed. And I hope you find at least one of them that you're interested in. So if you do have a World Book Day token, or if you are interested in purchasing a World Book Day book and you haven't known which one is the best one for you, I hope this video has helped you. And the last one that we read today was Planet Omar, Be Kind by Zainab Mian, and this is again a 5-star book for us. This is just so uplifting.
Operation Kind? Not, It's Planet Omar, Operation Kind.
Operation Kind.
You said Planet Omar, Be Kind.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's been a long day. Operation Kind by Zainab Mian. It's just a really uplifting story, and it's got really cute illustrations throughout. And the way that, like, there's bits of the font that are bigger and smaller, it, like, really pops off the page. The same with Little Bad Man as well. Like, these are the kind of books that would have been absolute favourites of mine when I was younger.
They feel very, very reminiscent of the Captain Underpants.
Captain Underpants, exactly my point. I loved Captain Underpants by Dave Pilkey, and I flew through that series, and I would reread them over and over and over again.
What's the one that's written by Jeff?
Jeff Kinney, Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Yeah.
I never read a single one of those.
Oh.
I was too old when they started being released, so I will have to give those a try one day.
I've read the first two. Like, they're very much, those feel like they're like the predecessors from Captain Underpants.
But-
And these feel like a bit younger and a bit way more fun.
But I think what I like specifically about these ones is the fact that they are diverse. So in Little Bad Man, he has to worry about whether something is halal before he's able to eat it, which, like, it's good to be teaching young readers about things like that. Like, if you don't come from a Muslim background, then you're not necessarily going to know what halal is, but it's something that it's good for people to know. And in Operation Kind, Omar is actually praying to Allah quite regularly, and I think it's just like little things like that that can help readers to see themselves represented. And I've never seen either of those things in middle grades before. And reading when I was younger, I never saw any of those things, and it would have been really interesting to me because I liked reading non-fiction about people from different backgrounds. I liked reading about, like, the kind of gods from other countries and things like that, and this would have been a great way to bring that love and that interest of non-fiction into fiction. So yeah, that's definitely a reason that I'm recommending these two more, because I think it's nice to see these kinds of stories being published, and I wish they'd been around when we were younger. But yeah, that is the 12 World Book Day books. Here's a handful, there's a handful, there's them everywhere. Oh, Sean's throwing the phone on the floor. Here's a handful. Here's a handful. 12 books in 2 days that should have probably taken a day. But
I mean,
some
it was
really,
less than
really great
24
titles
hours.
here. No, it wasn't less than 24
Yeah.
hours. No, it wasn't. Oh,
We
yeah, I
start-
mean, because technically, like, we did sleep and then we didn't start reading
Yes.
until, like, quite late.
Yeah,
Yeah, if we'd actually
started
just
like,
read as soon as we got up instead of faffing around, it would have been
We
easier.
started at like 1 o'clock yesterday, and we started at like
2 o'clock
2
today.
o'clock today.
Yeah.
And yesterday we finished at like something past
9.
9, and it is 10 to midnight.
Oh no, this is not going up on Friday, is it? It's fine. 2 videos on
only-
Saturday, whoops.
It's only an extra video.
It's only an extra video, yeah. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed part 1 and part 2, and that you find one of the World Book Day books from 2021 that would be interesting to you, that you will enjoy. Thank you so much for watching this video and for caring about our thoughts on these books. We post new videos every Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, apart from this week when we decided to post a video a day, which has turned into no video on Friday and 2 videos on Saturday, but that's fine.
It will look
It's
like
chaotic.
next year.
We will have it more planned out next year.
But also, look if you look back next year, I'll be like, oh yeah, that's like a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. It will feel a bit more organised. But yes, thank you so much for watching, and make sure to come back tomorrow to see that unboxing that you got the sneak preview of earlier in this video. Sean had a really fun time filming it. It's a bit of a mess.
And damaging books.
And damaging books. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!